Thanks for joining us. 5 in 5 covers 5 news items of the day in 5 minutes. The clock is ticking. Let's get to it. 1. A missing boy triggered the discovery of an alleged Islamic extremist training camp. That's according to the court records. Siraj Wahaj Jr.'s son was reported missing in December. As authorities conducted their investigation into the 4-year-old missing boy, they discovered that Siraj Wahaj Jr. and Lucas Morton were running a training compound in Amalia, New Mexico. It is believed the 2 men, along with 3 women, were training 11 children to commit school shootings. The children are between the ages of 1 and 15 years old and have since been placed into protective service. Something mainstream media omitted from their reports: Siraj Wahaj Jr. is the son of a New York City imam who is an unindicted World Trade Center bombing co-conspirator. MSM further failed to disclose the link between the Women's March founder Linda Sarsour and Imam Wahaj Sr. In the same speech she calls for jihad, Linda Sarsour states that Imam Wahaj is her favorite person. This woman is the left's icon. Talk about a physical manifestation of why idolatry is never a good idea. 2. A letter from the Senate Intelligence Committee requested Julian Assange appear and answer questions during a closed-door session regarding Russian interference in the 2016 election. The letter, dated August 1st, was posted on the 8th by WikiLeaks. Within it, Chairman Burr and Vice Chairman Warner call on Assange to make himself available. More than likely, the conversation will be centered around how WikiLeaks came into possession of the DNC's emails. Assange says he has proof Russia was not involved. Like many patriots and Anons, we here at Kitchen Table Media posit the leaks were from Seth Rich. 2 important things to note here about Mark Warner, the vice chair who signed the Assange request letter. He's the senator who demanded Assange's asylum be revoked, and Warner is the same senator who published a white paper outlining more regulation and censorship of the internet. 3. Rough day for Bob Mueller as his star witness implodes. The case which Mueller has built against Paul Manafort hinges on the testimony provided by Manafort's former colleague, Rick Gates. While testifying on Wednesday, Gates perjured himself. When asked if he provided false and misleading information to special counsel, Gates answered that he didn't. Then, Gates was asked, why did the Office of Special Counsel have you plead guilty to providing false information? Gates replied, under the one instance I did. At which point, Judge Ellis interjects and calls out Gates, and then Gates blathers on about his bad recollection. To recap, Bob Mueller's star witness against Manafort not only has a bad memory, he's also a liar. Folks, this is truly a circus. Via his Twitter thread, @TechnoFog posted transcripts of the trial. We'll put the links below. Oh, and one more little Mueller nugget to mull over. On Wednesday, Judicial Watch went full court press with their findings. They have documentation proving that while Bob Mueller was in charge of the FBI, he received documentation from the IRS, which he should have never had. It was all part of a coordinated effort between Barack Obama's Justice Department, Lois Lerner's IRS, and Mueller's FBI to target citizen political opponents, thus weaponizing the IRS against folks they didn't like. 4. More corruption confirmation regarding Bruce and Nellie Orr. They are one of the couples at the heart of the dirty dossier. Okay, quickie overview. Nellie Orr is former CIA who worked with Fusion GPS. Fusion GPS was hired by Hillary Clinton via Perkins Coie in order to generate campaign opposition material against then-candidate Trump, at which point ex-spy Christopher Steele wrote the dirty dossier. Enter Nellie's husband, Bruce. Bruce Orr was a senior Justice Department official who at the time was communicating with Steele while Steele was writing the dirty dossier. This was about 1 month before the FBI opened its investigation into then-candidate Trump. With me so far? Okay, today, new news, the uncovering of texts and emails between Orr and Steele. They demonstrate a handful of things. 1, Christopher Steele was supplying information to the FBI via Bruce Orr even after the FBI terminated its relationship with Steele for his media leaks. Even though the FBI stopped working with Steele, they still pumped him for information. And 2, the FBI hid the connection between Orr and Steele in order to secure a FISA warrant, in essence, defrauding the court. There is so much more to unpack with this, folks. Keep an eye out for our special report. 5. Here's a roundup of today's stories, which had us saying,
Say what?
There's some hinky election math going on in the Peach State. Georgia is one of those states that uses a computer, the direct recording electronic system, which has no paper trail. Due to voters experiencing some shadiness at state's pollings, a federal lawsuit has been filed against the state. Upon further inspection, Habersham County's Mud Creek precinct in Georgia, before the primary in May, had 276 registered voters. Yet, Georgia's Secretary of State's office is reporting that 670 ballots were cast.
Say what?
Seems Minnesota State Rep Ilhan Omar may be in a bit of a pickle. As PJ Media uncovered and verified via its exclusive court document, Representative Ilhan Omar lied in 2017 within court documentation when she petitioned for default divorce for her 2009 marriage to Ahmed Elmi. This isn't the average run-of-the-mill divorce. Seems that her estranged former spouse is allegedly her brother.
Say what?
On Wednesday morning, President Trump tweeted 5 for 5, which gave us pause. Did POTUS just give us a shout out?
Say what?
Yeah, no, we know better. What the president is referring to are the Republican candidates who won their races that he backed. But hey, you know what? That didn't stop us from feeling all real for about 5 seconds. And that's the 5 and 5 for August 9th, 2018. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.